Give me a minute while I go live on Facebook and on Instagram. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, looks like we are starting. Okay, let me know if you can see me, where you're watching me from. Happy Monday. Hope everybody in the US who celebrated had a happy Thanksgiving. It feels like they were just so close together this year that now we wake up and it's December. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I want to talk about kind of enhancing our femininity and holding on to our femininity as we age. This topic was really the result of a lot of questions that I've had in comments about, well, why doesn't this work anymore? This used to work for me. Like, what's changed? Why are the things that I always used to do no longer make me look and feel my best? Good morning, everyone. Okay, so let's talk really quickly, get the science speak out of the way first. We know, obviously, that our bodies and our faces are changing. Why are they changing as we get older? Like, what happens over 40, over 50, over 60? For our bodies, let's start with that. Hormonal changes, like I'm experiencing that right now. It is hitting me hard. So the decrease in estrogen that happens during menopause, and I'm post-menopause right now, leads to everything shifting, a redistribution of body fat. This makes our waistline straighten out, right? And also makes us tend to gain weight around our midsection. It also creates this padding effect. Someone called it padding, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a good way of putting it." Almost feels like you've just got an extra layer on top, right? On top of where you used to be. Good morning. Okay, what happens to our faces? So in our face, it's the collagen and elastin that we lose. So these are all about things that diminish as we get older. Estrogen, in our bodies, and then collagen and elastin in our faces lead to changes in skin texture, like a reduction in the volume in our cheeks, so that our cheeks look more hollow, and then a change in our jawline. And all of us, the way that we age is going to show up differently based on our genetics and our lifestyle. But I know for me, I don't struggle as much with wrinkles as I'm going to struggle with this. And so these are changes that come about because of obviously what's happening to our bodies at this age and stage. So let's talk about the body part and the style part, because I think this is something where we can make really small changes and see very big results in how we look and feel in our clothes. So this is our waistline is adjusting, right? It's straightening out. So often we are like, okay, well, things look very boxy or straight on me sometimes. Also, maybe if you have a little bit of extra around your tummy, which many women do at this time of life, you may be kind of preoccupied with camouflaging that and like minimizing the tummy area. And then really looking at how your clothes fit according to your changing proportions. So what stops working over 50? A lot of stuff stops working over 50. I'm just going to tell you, including my eyesight. But what stops working over 50, like when it comes to style? The things that we often wore really easily in our 20s and 30s and even early 40s stop looking as flattering, and we may not feel as cute in them over 50. So examples of this are a crew neck sweater, straight leg or boxy jeans, and sneakers. That's outfit formula number one that kind of stops working. Another example is a simple tee, boxy jeans, and boxy sneakers. So it's a kind of a look that could be either masculine or feminine that you could pull off at 20 or 30 or 40 and look really cute in it. Like you could look cute in a crew neck sweater and jeans and sneakers. And you put on the same look at 50 or 60 or 70 and it looks like really masculine or boxy or a little bit harsh. And that's because the femininity that we had in our shape, in our bodies, and in our features is diminished as we get older. And so if we're not leaning into a little bit of femininity and a little bit of flattery in our outfits, we're going to feel like the result of those everyday basic outfits is just not the result that we're looking for. So those go-to casual outfits, Unisex looking outfits without a nod to femininity become harder to pull off and harder to feel cute in. And so my goal here is not to tell anyone how they should dress or how they should feel. It's to address what I've heard from you guys and to talk about, okay, if this is something that you're seeing or something that you're challenged by right now, how can we address it, right? Baggy clothes don't feel and look as cute. Boxy clothes don't look and feel as cute if they were favorites in the past. Very simple, basic outfits can sometimes feel a little like they're lacking something. And then it's the boxy shoes with the straight pants is something, or the with the baggy pants is something that stops kind of working a little bit as we get older. So let's talk about how we can dress in a way that's going to bring out the femininity that is in our bodies, that is in our changing shapes, and really celebrate our changing shape through the clothing choices that we make. Because in the same way that we're not going to use the same moisturizer at 50 that we used at 30, we don't necessarily need to wear the same silhouettes at 50 that we wore at 30. So drapey and soft silhouettes. First thing that we can do is to stop wearing everything boxy and straight and start looking for movement in our clothes. Movement in our clothes are going to create movement in our bodies and are really going to help highlight the curves that we do have and create a feminine silhouette. So fabrics like silk and jersey, cashmere, knits, like a nice substantial knits, they skim your body and they really create some shape, which is something that, like I said, gets a little less as we get older. Wrap dresses, A-line skirts, blouses with subtle ruching, peplums are back. Anything that we can do to create shape in our bodies as our waistlines straighten out. One of the things I'm loving right now that I'm seeing is a lot of blazers with built-in waistlines. So I just saw one from Avec Les Filles that's got this kind of a silhouette. Also a V opening where a blazer or a jacket meets is going to create the illusion of a waistline. So really like looking for structured pieces that add shape to your body or flowy pieces that add movement. Those are both going to be great strategies for highlighting and really bringing out your femininity as we age. So let's talk about the next thing. It's the neckline. We have to balance modesty with flattery. And so what does that look like? That looks like not covering every square inch of your body with boxy, stiff fabric, right? So if you're covered from here to the tip of your toes and the fabrics and textures that you're wearing are all hard and are all structured, you're going to look like boxy plus boxy plus boxy plus boxy. And there's not really a place that's where the eye can rest or any, breakup where the eye is so that you can see femininity. So how do you do that? Now, I talk about this all the time, but it bears repeating because it's something we should all be doing. So you look in your outfit, ask yourself, do I see like just a boxy kind of one note look, or is there some femininity, some fluidity, some balance to this look? So opening up your neckline is one of the ways. So making sure that we can see this part of, not wearing a sweater like this, and then, like I said, everything else covered, but opening up your neckline when it's seasonally appropriate is always going to create a more balanced and feminine look. Also an elongated and slimmer look. The other thing is doing this, right? It elongates your look. It shows a little bit of skin. So the key is that we want to show a little bit of skin. We're going to show our necklines. We're going to show our arms. We're going to show our ankles when appropriate. And we're going to show the tops of our feet. So that means not when you're wearing a boxy with boxy outfit, balancing out that outfit with a more feminine looking shoe, like a ballet flat or a sling back or a kitten heel shoe or something that shows the top of your foot, because high vamp shoes with boxy outfits become increasingly hard to wear as we get older. So you need to show skin somewhere. You're going to show it here. You're going to show it here. Or you're going to show it at the top of your foot. Or you're going to show it at your ankle. Like there needs to be a balance so that we counteract that boxy look. So again, it's about balancing flattery with modesty and comfort. Of course, if it gets cold, you're going to want to like adjust what you're showing and how you're showing it. So that is a key. If you were able to completely cover everything and feel really, really stylish in it when you were younger, I feel like that changes as we get older. Okay. how else do we bring femininity into our clothes? With feminine colors. So, I love neutrals, and I think we all should have a foundation of neutrals in our wardrobe. But I think, and comment what your feminine color is in the, and maybe it's blue for you, but I would encourage you, or whatever, green, or a color that's not traditionally associated with femininity. Mine is red, and when I wear red, I feel feminine, I feel womanly, I feel fabulous. So what is a color that makes you feel more feminine? Can you bring that color into your wardrobe through lipstick, through accessories, through shoes? So bringing in some feminine colors is going, again, really like the very casual, a guy could wear it, girl could wear it, outfits that we wore at 25, like, a hoodie and sweatpants, can really look a lot more feminine if one of the pieces has a little bit of color. So what is that color that makes you feel like, oh, I feel beautiful in this color, I feel feminine in this color, I feel like my best in this color? Find a way to bring feminine colors and softer colors, either softer or brighter, but feminine colors into your everyday outfits. Now, if you're not a traditional, you're like, oh, I'm not a pink or lavender or pastel person, I'm not either, for because of my coloring, but jewel tones will have that same effect. They add vibrancy, they add sophistication. So if choosing feminine colors gets you stuck, consider colors like emerald or sapphire or ruby, jewel tones that are really going to bring some vibrance to your outfits. Okay, celebrate your shape with tailoring. I talked about this a little. When we don't have shape, we can look for clothes that have shape. If you hold something up, on a hanger, and the item is straight, your body is going to look straight. If the item is shaped, your body is going to look shaped. So again, the new blazers with the built-in shape are a great option. If you turn a blazer around and it's got princess seams, curved seams like this on the top or on the back, that shows that there's a defined waistline in that blazer, and that's going to create a more flattering and feminine look. So what else? Dresses that are straight shift dresses, straight like sheath dresses, are not going to create a feminine shape. So if you're going to wear a straight shift or straight sheath dress, you're going to need to show a little skin somewhere. Maybe it's going to be a little bit shorter. Maybe it's going to be sleeveless. Or you can choose a dress that has a shape built in. So a dress that has an A-line shape, a dress that has a wrap shape, a dress that has a fit and flare shape. If your clothes have shape, your body will also take on that shape. And so you can create that illusion of a waistline, of minimizing your tummy, of creating a feminine shape with your clothes. Okay, let me know if any of you have any questions about this. I know I'm throwing a lot out at you. Next step in creating a more feminine look as we age is accessories. So I alluded to shoes. It's the masculine shoes with the androgynous outfits that can be really challenging. So if your outfit is a blazer and jeans, consider adding a feminine shoe. If you're wearing a really feminine dress, you have a little bit more leeway with the shoes. So shoes are really, really important. They can elongate your look. Again, showing the top of your foot is always going to be more flattering when that works. The flip side of that, when showing the top of our foot is not an option because it's winter and it's snowing, is having a shoe that comes all the way up the leg, like a bootie or a high boot that comes all the way up the leg. Both of those are going to be really flattering and create nice long leg lines. Now, accessories also become really important. So I am wearing a sweater and jeans today. And so the way that I style my sweater and jeans, the accessories that I add to my sweater and jeans are going to either create a feminine look in that sweater and jeans, or going to create a boxy look. So adding an earring, earrings that are feminine is one way I would do that. Adding necklaces would be another way I would do that. I'm wearing a bright red patent leather like Mary Jane shoes, so that's adding a belt, adding bracelets, adding rings, having a manicure, having your makeup done. Those little finishing feminine touches to an outfit can take an outfit from looking boxy and potentially a little masculine and swing it more in a feminine direction. So delicate necklaces, statement earrings, dainty rings, so polished feminine touch, keeping your hands looking feminine, adding those elements where you're adding shine and maybe even a little color into your outfits is really going to keep them looking more and more feminine. Scarves can also do that and add some movement. This is true even if you have, okay, this is a great question. How does this translate to curvy bodies? Lots of shape in bust and hips. So I will say that if you have a curvy body, and many of us do as we get older, if we have a curvy body, what I would suggest is creating the shape that you want through clothes that have that shape, and then celebrating your natural curves through some soft fabrics. What you don't want, it's the same principles are going to apply whether you're curvy or straight. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. If you've got straighter, boxier shape right now, as I'm developing, then having fabrics with movement is going to help create a more feminine shape, and having structured pieces is going to help create a more feminine shape. If you've got a curvy body, having softer fabrics is going to highlight your feminine shape, and having structured elements is also going to bring out your feminine shape, while creating like a sense of balance. So yeah, I get that. I have the menopause belly, but it just seems to add another curve. I would really embrace in that waistline area, for all of us, wherever we're at, embrace pieces that have built-in shape. So again, peplums are coming back. Structured jackets with defined waistlines are coming back. Those are fabulous for minimizing the tummy and highlighting a waistline. Whether or not that waistline exists, it's going to create a waistline. So great question about that. Thank you for that. Okay, so accessories are key. So you're really looking at the overall composition of your outfit. Are you giving the eye a place to rest, or is there just so much fabric? Are you creating balance by showing a little bit of skin? Are you creating a feminine look by adding feminine accessories? Are you balancing out boxy outfits with streamlined shoes and streamlined accessories? Yes, a wonderful scarf and stylish hat draws the attention up as well. Absolutely. I love hats, and they can be a fabulous, hats, scarves, just a way to express your personal style. And like I said, take an outfit from being in that neutral or maybe potentially androgynous looking and make it feel more feminine and feel more like you. Okay. I would also say, obviously footwear needs to be comfortable, but we need to prioritize style in footwear whenever possible. I would encourage you all to focus on shoes that are stylish and also comfortable. Neither are optional. Neither are optional. No one wants to hobble around, but at the same time, shoes are critical to how your outfits are going to look. Okay, let's go on to faces. So we talked about what happens to our faces as we get older. One of the things that definitely happens is that we lose a little bit of the femininity in our face as we get older. I see my jawline going becoming more rectangular after having an oval face shape my whole life. My jaw is dropping a little, right? So this is the result of loss of collagen and elastin that's happening in my skin as I age. So I firmly believe that we all need not only really good skincare with really good sunscreen, but we need a couple of different steps to maintaining our skin. We need to see a professional whenever possible for treatments, because they can do so. I'm not talking about surgery, I'm talking about treatments. There's so much that can be done with treatments right now that could not be done 10 years ago. So if you haven't visited a medical spa or a dermatologist recently, I would encourage you to do that. The second is a great skincare routine that incorporates proven anti-aging ingredients like retinols and vitamin C. And then the third is at-home skincare devices. I'll be testing another one soon. I've worked with Magellan in the past. Really, really believe in using, there's a lot that we can do to maintain the integrity of our skin and to maintain the glow that we have in our skin as we age. So really working on that jawline, something as simple as doing facial massage with gua sha. Dr. Rajani on YouTube does great videos about that, but doing a facial massage and really keeping your face lifted and glowing is key. So it's really three ways. Going to a specialist, your skincare routine, and then devices that you use at home. I'm really not a tech person, except for when it comes to beauty. And beauty tech is changing what we can do to take care of ourselves at home. Okay, so what I think it becomes really important is that we need to talk about the intersection of our hairstyles and our face. So if we feel like our faces are losing femininity, our hairstyles need to have a little bit more femininity. So maybe like a spiky cut that you felt was really flattering at 35, you might feel like at 55, you're like, maybe that's not, I don't feel that as much anymore. This is a generalization. You may still love your spiky cut and it might still work for you, but it's just an idea. Maybe your changing face requires a little bit more softness around the jawline. Maybe it requires a little bit more volume. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've been getting some compliments on my hair. I've been adding shorter layers to my hair because I need more volume around my face. So it's about really paying attention to how your face and your hair interact with each other and creating a flattering look with your hair. Now, it's also about leaning into more feminine hairstyles. So if your hair was always kind of a severe look, you may want to consider softening your hairstyle and softening your look with your hair. There seems to be this trend amongst hairstylists, and those of you, any of you who've worked in hairstyling can comment on this, of making women as they get older go really short, but also this kind of haircut that like hairstylists are trying to give every woman over the age of 60. Like it's a short, kind of spiky cut. On some women, it looks absolutely beautiful. On other women, it just doesn't bring out their best features. If your face is getting longer, you need volume around your face. And so you really want to work with a stylist that understands your changing face shape and can help you create a hairstyle that's going to be flattering. Okay, so I will make some recommendations. Thank you, Sarah. I will make some recommendations for devices. That's a great question. Skincare devices under 50. I do have, if you go to netamanley.gift guide, I'll add some in there because there's some great Cyber Monday deals on skincare devices right now. So I'll add a couple of my favorites, including some under $50 ones. Great question. So pay attention to your hair. That a short, like an overly short masculine hairstyle, if your face is getting longer, is going to really, really not make you feel and look your best. Okay, let's talk about bringing out our best features, because your best feature at 20 can still be your best feature at 60 or 80. Identify what your favorite feature is. I know for me, it's my eyes. So bring out your eyes. What can you do in your makeup choices to make sure that your eyes always pop? There's no reason, I don't think, to have a day where we're not amplifying our best features. If you love your smile, make sure you're doing something in your beauty routine that's accentuating your smile, whether it's using tooth whitening strips or adding a lip color that makes your lips look fuller. If you really love your hair, then that's going to be something you're going to play up. If you really love your eyes, most women love their eyes. Let's play up our eyes through subtle like makeup techniques. So soft eyeliner, keeping it not as hard and not as severe as we did in the past. Mascara, and then maybe some light reflective shadows. If you use shadows, can really enhance and brighten your eyes. And again, eyes are many of our favorite features. Creamy, I feel like everybody should have a little color on their lips. I feel like everybody should have a little color on your lips. And if you're more like a lip balm person, there are great lip balms that can give you just a natural glow, a natural color, because our lips get thinner and they get drier as we get older, right? So just having a little moisture on your lips, I think, is really key. And I think really like, maybe this is a time in your life. It's not yet for me. It's not yet for me because I don't have a ton of time yet, but maybe you have a little bit more time to devote to yourself. And I would encourage you to lean into whatever rituals make you feel beautiful. For me, that's taking a bubble bath. I wear perfume to bed at night. There are little things that I do in my routine that remind me of my femininity and help me feel more beautiful. They may not be things that other people can see, but really focusing on, like Valerie said, she massages her creams in her skin. Maybe it's that ritual of doing your skincare routine in the evening. Maybe it's, taking a bath. Maybe it's using beautiful scented lotions. Maybe it's your fragrance. Maybe it's, whatever it is that you do to yourself that's a feminine ritual. I think it's just as important to focus on self-care and pampering and making ourselves feel beautiful, as well as, looking at the outward appearance and making sure that we look the way that we want to look in a way that's going to help us look and feel confident all the time. So I hope that was helpful. We really talked about creating shape through clothing and also creating softness and curves and femininity through soft drapey elements. Adding accessories that create a feminine look, including jewelry, including shoes, and then leaning into our femininity through beauty, adding color to our faces, adding flattery through flattering hairstyles that look feminine, and then really leaning into skincare practices that help us look glowy and rested and youthful. So that's the goal. The goal of everything I do is to help you look and feel your best. Again, this was the result of direct questions that I've had in the comments. So if you enjoy this topic, please keep those questions and comments coming, because my goal here is to give you answers to the questions that challenge us as we get older. So I hope that you found this helpful. This definitely ran a little bit over. I had a lot to cover. Let me know if you've got any questions in the comments, and I will get to them and share some resources, tips, products, all the things. Let's continue this conversation in the comments wherever you're at. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Love you guys, and I hope you have a fabulous week. Bye.